You are the best. We love you, and it's great to be back. And here's someone who you know pretty well, but maybe not as well as I do. My sweetheart of 42 years of marriage, and Romney.
Hi, everybody. It brings really such fond memories for Mitt and I to be here and to see so many friends. We had the best 3 years of our life when we were here during the Olympics. It was a hard time at first. As some of you know, I had just been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and I was frightened, and I was depressed, and I was scared, and I was very sick. And being here and being in this wonderful mountain air and starting to ride horses and getting my strength back was such a miracle for me when we were here in Salt Lake, to the point where I think some of you knew that Mitt chose me as his hero to run the Olympic torch into Salt Lake City. So that was one of the best. One of my fondest memories of my life is having my husband and my children run beside me, and having the strength and the capacity to actually do that was a wonderful blessing in my life. So we love you all. We love being here, and I will tell you, Mitt's going to win the nomination. He's going to win the whole thing.
That's the best woman I know, I'll tell you that. Well, thanks so much for being here. Look, you guys, we did something unusual a few years ago. As a nation, we elected a guy who was an eloquent speaker, talked about bringing the country together. We didn't have much of a track record to go on, but we elected him based on part of the vision that he described. And now, 3 years later, we don't have to just talk about a vision, we can talk about what he's done. And he's failed the American people. And we have 20 million Americans that are out of work or have stopped looking for work or are in part-time jobs and need full-time work. We got a lot of people coming out of college who had expected to get great jobs coming out of college. And a lot of them are finding they can't find work. And if they find work, it's part-time or it's well beneath the skills that they would have expected to land in a great job with those skills. And you know, I know there's been studies that say if you start off in jobs that aren't very good, it holds you back for as long as 10 years. You have a president who, just a couple of days ago at a fundraiser, said that he was proud of his accomplishments in the economy. Really? And then the other night, when he spoke about Afghanistan, you may not have heard this line, but he said, you know, it's time for us to focus on nation building here at home. And I thought you're just noticing that now, Mr. President, that the American people are struggling, that you have a lot of folks who are seeing home values continue to go down and foreclosures at record levels. We need to have a president who's had a job if we're going to be able to create jobs. And I'm excited and anxious to get America growing again, to put people back to work, to let people have the income so they know that they're going to be able to put food on the table at the end of the week. Gasoline's too expensive, food's too expensive, too many people are out of work, and there's nothing to be proud of in Barack Obama's economic policies. It has not worked. My policy is to get Americans back to work and let America lead the world as it has in the past. I get asked now and then, by the way, how can you make so many mistakes? Why was it that he spent so much money? I'm told that by the end of his first term, he will have racked up as much debt as all the prior presidents of America combined. He has spent too much money. He has borrowed too much money. At the same time, he's pushed his card check plan to unionize enterprises where the employees don't want them. He stacked the National Labor Relations Board with labor stooges. He's put in place the greatest takeover of states' rights with his Obamacare, which we're going to repeal and reverse. And then, of course, when our energy issues were severe, he decided to put in place cap and trade. That's not going to work for America. I think he takes his if you will, policy inspiration from the Social Democrats of Europe that believe government has the right answers. The government has the right answers for the people, and they're wrong. Europe doesn't work there. It's not going to work here. The right answer is to believe in America and American principles. I believe in American opportunity. and American freedom. I hope we recognize that the founders did not just brilliantly discover that by giving people political freedom that we have greater opportunity, but they also recognized that economic freedom, the ability to choose not just our elected representatives, but also the ability to choose our course in life, made us the nation on earth with both political freedom and economic freedom. And so people from all over the world came here, recognized that this is the land of freedom and opportunity, came here and built the most powerful economy in the world. And if we want America's economy to be strong again, the principles of freedom and opportunity are the principles we should rely on. I love America's freedom. I believe in America's opportunity. I believe in the Constitution. I believe that the founders were right when they put the Constitution together and included all the amendments, including the 10th Amendment, which says that powers not specifically granted to the federal government in the Constitution would be preserved by the states. The states are the place to deal with schools and deal with health care. Let's preserve the power of the Constitution. And I believe in the greatness of America. I was appalled as the president went around the country and around the world apologizing for America, saying that America had been dismissive and derisive, that we had dictated to other nations. This is a nation that's done more to free other people from dictators than any other nation in the world. This land owes so much to our sons and daughters who've laid down their lives, those who even today take risks in their lives. The greatest nation in the history of the earth. There's no reason to apologize for the United States of America. Now, I know we face some extraordinary challenges. You remember when an Olympian received the gold medal, if they happened to be for the United States and the national anthem was played, you'd see them put their hand over their heart. And oftentimes they'd mouth the words to the national anthem as they heard it being played. Oftentimes they got it right. And I wondered where it was that we began this tradition of placing our hand over our heart. So far as I know, we're the only nation in the world that does that during the playing of our national anthem. And apparently it was inaugurated by Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who during the Second World War asked us to place our hand over our heart during the anthem in recognition of the blood being shed by our sons and daughters to free others from tyranny. We are a great and patriotic people. We face extraordinary challenges right now. We have massive debt. We have unfunded liabilities. These are promises that we made to people that haven't been funded. Of $62 trillion, our debt is $14 trillion. Our unfunded liabilities are $62 trillion. It's $532,000 per household. We have jihadists around the world that want to do us harm. We have China, now more assertive in the world. We have Russia, reassertive in the world. We have Iran on the brink of becoming a nuclear nation. We face extraordinary challenges. But the American people are patriotic. They love this country. They will rise to the occasion if they have leadership that will tell them the truth and lead with integrity. And I will do it. I want to thank you for your help and your support. It means the world to me. We're going to take back the White House and take back the country and keep America the hope of the earth. Thanks so much.